Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 3 of our FTB Lite Pack 3 Let's Play series. This one is going up, or actually being recorded not too long after episode 2, so if y'all put any comments about episode 2, I haven't even seen it yet because I haven't even put that one up. But I did want to kind of get on here when I had a chance. Some changes since the last episode is we did move the power over here. So we're running the new reactor. This one is 7 by 4. There's actually another layer underground. So it's 7 by 4 by 7. And just like we discussed, on the interior there are 4 fuel rods. Well, there's actually 8 because there's 2 levels, and then there's 8 diamond blocks. The center is open, and there's liquid ender all the way around the outside. So it's a little bit more powerful. I say a little bit. It's over 4,000. The other one was 1,400 roughly, something like that. This one is over 4,000, almost 4,200. So you see there. Still running everything manually as far as I don't have it automatically putting in or taking out the stuff. We'll get to that eventually. I'm gonna wait until I get the sorting system going. Not gonna do that this episode just because I've got to do some testing on it because I don't have the item ducts from thermal expansion. Well, let me make sure they didn't put it in because they did add them. Item ducts. Nope. Yeah, they never put them in. So that means I'm still going to have to use the transfer node transfer pipes. And I'm going to have to look at the filtering because I do need to be able to have the ability to filter. See, the reason I like the item ducts is you could either whitelist or blacklist. So I could, it was a little bit easier. I'm not sure if you can do that with the filters from item ducts. So we're going to have to take a look at that. Now, I did go into the nether. You see I've got the orange hearts now instead of red hearts down there. I did, I had 10 of the little red hearts, so I wanted to make the red heart canisters. And to do that, you need necrotic bones. You need the necrotic bones. Those drop from the wither skeletons in the nether. So I made the decapitator there. It is a cleaver, and it's supposed to come with beheading too, but I don't see it on there. It's supposed to be its natural ability, but I did add sharpness on there, and I did add looting 3. That is a ton of lapis to do the looting 3, by the way. That's the nice thing without having that crop over there. It just doesn't take too much. But if we look at the cleaver, natural ability beheading, but I guess maybe it just doesn't show up. But it takes quite a bit. The blade takes 8 Manalian stuff, and so does the I'm sorry, the blade, the plate, and then I did Manalian, however you say that. I did everything except for the one handle I did was paper, so it gave me the extra what you call it, add-on. So I've actually got 2 that are sharpness. Then of course I had the looting. Do I have any more on here? Oh, and then of course I added the flux capacitor on there. So it has what, 2 million RF charge. I haven't even charged it but once, and it's really slow to swing. You can see it's not fast like the long sword or the rapier. It's it's slow, but it does tremendous amounts of damage. I mean, if I can find a mob, it's most things, unless they're armored, it's just a one-hit kill. I don't see anything I want to kill, but it's getting dark here, so they should start popping up. So I managed to get about 7 wither skulls, so I could fight a wither right now if I wanted to, which I may do just so I can do the get the cursed earth and start doing sort of a mob essence collection, because the slime thing's not working as well as I want. I think I'm going to rework the design because I'm definitely not getting, you can hear him over there, I'm definitely not getting the full potential of it. If you go in there, it goes all the way up to, it probably only goes up to about level 50, and the reason I didn't go any higher is I would actually have had to tear down the room up there, and I just didn't want to do that at the time. So right now it's just all emptying into this bucket, but you can see the grinder used to break all the slimes down into the smaller slimes, and it doesn't do that anymore. If it's a big slime, it kills it, and I don't think that's very efficient. I want to be able to break them down, so I'm probably going to rework this so that there are like iron spikes, so it'll break them all the way down to the little ones, and then that'll drop them down into a channel, and then I'll just push them down the channel and let the grinder kill all the little ones. Hopefully that will maximize. Man, as soon as I hit the record button, now I got a dog wanting to bark, I got a cat that wants in. It just they've been chill all morning, and now all of a sudden we want attention. We see you're doing something. I also kind of updated this. I don't just have it going into a chest anymore. I gave each one of the berries their own little chest, so that because it was starting to kind of overflow there, and I want to make sure I do get everything. Now most of these, like the iron, what is this one? 10, copper, gold, or these 3 I can just turn into nuggets, or not nuggets, bars with, they're just a crafting table. You can't do that with the gold, unfortunately, but you can smelt them down and make gold out of them, and of course experience you can just use to give yourself experience. So let's go up here. It's night now, so there should be something crawling around so we can kind of show the damage on this thing. It's slow, but it's not so slow that it's not usable. I was easily able to take care of oh, it hit me. Several nether skeletons, and it one-shots nether skeletons, it one-shots blazes. So but here you'll see, like, this guy's armored. It should not one-shot him, but you can see that it did, more than half damage on him. If it weren't for the armor, that would have killed him. One-shots him, one-shots him. I do want to get some Magnum torches going, but I don't have any melon yet. Haven't found any in the dungeon chests that I've found. Have not. There's really the only ways in this mod pack I think to get them is going to be with Minechem. So I need to do some work with Minechem. In fact, I may cut and do that and see if I can't get some melon seeds. Because if we look at melon, oh, and I figured out what is locking the NEI. If you double click it, it'll turn yellow, so you can do a search for specific items, so it'll kind of highlight it. Every time I do that, it locks NEI onto whatever page it's on. So I'm trying to keep away from doing that. But if we go over here to melon, you can see that it takes, yeah, I'm not going to try to pronounce any of that. Water, that one I'll do. Aspartic acid and that thing. But if you look down below, it gives the chemical formula for each one. So we really just need carbon, hydrogen, nitrogen, and oxygen, which I think, are base components. So we just need to break some stuff down, get those base components, and then we should be able to create a melon that way. And once we have that, then I can make some health potions. what's weird is I can make, oh, look at that fast little baby in armor. Oh, I hate these things. Get away from me here. So hopefully we'll be able to make a melon that way. Are there any other changes? We covered the reactor. We'll do the Minechem. What I'll do is I'll get all the base components together, and then we'll put together a melon using that. Oh, what else have I done? Made the obsidian seed. It's over here growing, so now I'll be able to make the magic essence armor diamond stuff. So I got redstone there. I am growing some iron now. Just I don't see waste in a plot, so I replaced the blaze with iron. That's really about it. Diamond chest, probably need to farm some of that out. Really do need to get the sorting system going so I can get rid of all these little chests and start putting them all together somewhere, central location. We did, of course, clear out the area below, so it's nice and wide open. Hiccups. I may even widen this out a little bit more, just to give myself some more room for growth. Up in the top level, I made a QED. I think I had that done already on the. I haven't used it yet. Not sure what I actually need to use it for. It's really just to make the power pipes, and I think for some of the ender quarry stuff, which I eventually want to get into. I moved. I did make a brewing stand, but I haven't messed with that yet. Not until I can get the watermelons, anyways. And then we have the. This thing is acting weird. It's like one time it'll let me do an enchant, the next time it won't. This one, of course. I think it's almost better to just enchant it with a regular table and then come over here, because if you have an enchanted item, here we go, bow, you can add to it or even subtract from it. So let's say you get a bow that you don't want. You can come in, you enchant it here, and you don't like what's on there, you can adjust it with here. But things like books, it's not letting me enchant. Well, I did one time. It let me do a silk touch. Where's books? So let me do this projectile protection. So I want to see if I can change that, because I know I have a silk touch because I was trying to put it on shears and it won't let me. I believe it used to. What the heck? Why does that look weird? Enchanted book. Maybe that's why. Huh. See how that says silk touch, but it just says book, but that says enchanted book. Strange. But let's see if we can do anything with this. This is silk touch. Can I get that enchant? What'd I say? What did I say? Well, we'll be back in just a second. I'm gonna go ahead and do that Minechem thing, and when we come back, we'll take a look at that. And we're back. Now, I've already gone and done it. This is actually quite a while after the first part of the video, so I've already done it, but we'll walk through real quick on how you use this to make the items that you want. Now, you could do it a couple different ways. You can take an item like this melon here, and you throw it into the microscope, and it'll kind of give you a recipe, and it will store it into the chemist journal. It's kind of like the old equivalent exchange where you had the tablet that you could use, sort of the same concept. But what you'll do is you'll take an item and you'll come over here, like this is soul sand. Does this give us anything? Soul sand. So we can see it gives us lead, beryllium, silicon, and oxygen. This is the base elements of that right there. None of these are a compound, so those are just the actual elements. Now, we're not going to break that down. But what we want is the hydrogen, the carbon,
the nitrogen and the oxygen so that we can make the melon, basically the melon so we can get the melon seed. So what I did is I used some slime balls and I think what else? String. Basically, I broke it all down into its base elements. Got some extra stuff like sulfur, and cause you'll not only get some base elements, you'll also get some compounds, and you can throw the compounds back in there and then break them down even further. So that's kind of how you get all this stuff stored up. And then when you have it, you get the chemical synthesis machine. And of course, these recipes are in NEI. What you need to put in there, and that will make the different compounds. Because if we look at melon, here we go. You can see that it's made up of the 3 different compounds. And if you look on the description, it says C30 H42 or oxygen 7. So here it's carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen and oxygen. And this is just H2O. So you would make those 3 compounds using the base elements here, and then of course it would give you the compound that you want. So you make those 3. Basically, I made those 3 and got the melon, and then I turned that melon seed or that piece of melon into a melon seed, and made just a very small. I don't need a lot of this stuff, so I just made a very small patch of it right there. And then grabbed some nether wart that I'd found while getting the bones and stuff earlier, the skulls, and made myself a very small nether farm. Because again, you don't need a lot of that in modded Minecraft. Because I've already got flight, I've already got flame resistance or fire resistance. So, and then of course jump that doesn't work. But so what I did is I went ahead and made the Magnum Torch, and of course now you do need the QED now for this, which I didn't know. But to put it together, Magnum, did I not? No, Magnum. There we go. It does need the QED, which is kind of cool. It lights up and it does this little buzzing sound, and it makes your thing. Now, as far as I can tell, waste of my diamonds, because this damn thing does not work. I've sat here at night a couple of times and things spawn like right there. Because all this is none of this is lit up. So I mean they're spawning like right on top of me, and this thing is supposed to stop spawns up to 64 blocks away. And I know that right here basically is where they're spawning, is not 64 blocks away, but I've watched just groups spawn in, so I'm not real sure if there is maybe a config option that I'm missing to enable it. I don't know if it's just disabled by default, because this is not included in the pack, I don't think. I'm not sure. I'll have to go check. This one might have extra utilities. Did I add that? No, I think it was included. So I'll have to go check the config file and see if that's somehow deactivated for some reason, because I really with the lighting that's in the buildings, I don't want to light up the whole area. I actually do want to be able to see the buildings at night. I don't want to have to sleep all the time. So it's actually going to be night here in just a second. So I'll tell you what, let me pause for just a second, let it get dark, and then we'll be right back, and we'll take a real quick look at what it's doing. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. You can see the torches right here. I'm pretty sure that's closer than 64 blocks. We've got a skelly right there. Of course, he doesn't see us, but let's go over here and kill him. Jerk. So there should not be a spawn that close. What else do we have? Okay, can we fly? Bunch of them over there. You can see them all kind of grouping up. So it says everything, but no, shoot, those are regular skeletons, and that is obviously with within the range. So if anybody knows why that is not working, I'll look into it myself, see if I can't. Oh, geez, creepers, really? I'll look at it and try to figure out what it's doing and why. But yeah, that's kind of irritating. I mean, that thing's not cheap. That's I think 5 diamonds, something like that, per Magnum Torch, and it's not doing anything. So that kind of blows. Not even kind of. It does. Oh, I've got to get rid of these doors. What the hell? Come on. Yeah, that's irritating that's not working, and I'm getting lag all of a sudden for some weird reason. Not really sure why it's not doing what it's supposed to do, but yeah, I think we're going to cut it here for now. We've got the ability to make Magnum torches that don't work now. I'm glad I went through all that trouble to make a melon seed. Well, at least I can make heal potions. You know, I mean, at least that's good. It's kind of frustrating that it's not working, but I'm really hoping it's just somehow it's turned off in the config. I don't know why, but that seems weird to me. But we'll work on that. We did get a quick look at how the Minechem works, and eventually that'll be a project that we do way down the road where we kind of automate that. Now, one thing that I did find out while I was doing this is that the power is insufficient. Okay, not our overall power. We're putting out plenty of power. The amount of power that I'm able to get to this is insufficient. So I'm going to probably have to make a what's it called? Energy transfer node. I think I'll end up having to make one of these to get more power. These, of course, you can upgrade and get it to pump quite a bit of power through there, because these redneck energy cables, they only do 1,000 RF a tick, I think, and it is just not cutting it, because this thing takes 1,000 RF per item that you put in here. So like if I throw some bone in here, it just took 3,000 to make hydroxylapatite. I don't know what the heck that is. So when you throw a stack in there, boy, it just drains it out. You can't do a full stack. It'll only do like 10 items roughly, or before it needs to completely recharge, and then it slows way down because it has to wait till that charge back up. So that's another thing we need to work on before we can get this thing running fully efficiently, so we can start. Because what I want to do what I did with Light 2, which is when I get the Cursed Earth spawning area going, is that I take all the drops and I run it into Minechem and break it apart, and that gives us all the base elements that we can then use later to turn into whatever we want to use it for. So we got some more projects to go. Hopefully next time, well, between this episode and next, because I'm not going to show it on the video, but I'm going to fix that slime area that's down below us here. I mean, it's almost directly below us, like right here. I'm going to fix that and get it so I get all the big slimes and the medium-sized slimes broken down, so hopefully we can maximize the liquid or mob essence that we get from them. So guys, I appreciate you coming by. We're going to do another short one. Don't forget to slap a like on it if you do. Please share it. Put it out there for everybody to see. And if you have not subscribed, the best way to know when I do put one out, because obviously, as you can see, I'm not on any sort of schedule. That's the best way to know, because it'll put it in your inbox that we got a new video out there. So appreciate you coming by. Hope you liked it. And until next time, I will see y'all later.